Morgan and Goldman Sachs will be reporting their earnings this week. Jim, when we look at these two companies, there's a lot of chatter going on around JP Morgan right now with the result of the London whale debacle. Do you think that this is going to hurt Jamie going forward?
Look, I think that Jamie Dimon has already been pretty much on the firing line about this. Now they got another report, but Jamie he'll prosper. I'm not just saying he'll survive. I think that what they have to do in this quarter is distinguish themselves as a non-mortgage play. And hopefully they've got other business lines that are doing strongly. Wells Fargo was a tough situation for us at Action Alerts last week, Deborah. And one of the reasons why it's tough is it's viewed as the mortgage play, and people feel that they can't make enough money in mortgages right now. I happen to think that Wells Fargo comes back over time. What Jamie Dimon has to do is say, listen, everybody who was involved with that, I've now gone over and I've scrutinized who's good and who's bad, and they're gone. Now, someone might say, well, wait a second, you were in charge, you should go too. But it's funny, every time someone leaves Jamie Dimon's team that was involved with the whale, I'm happy. But if Jamie Dimon were to leave, I'd be very unhappy. Well, and that's pretty much determines what I hope will happen.
Do you think getting spanked and giving back or not taking as much of a bonus will be enough? Because that's what they're saying now is you shouldn't get a $23 million bonus if you, that's what he got last year.
I thought he should have, right. I'm actually hoping that he says, you know what, I don't need a bonus this year. These guys are very wealthy and, say,
yes,
listen.
He's not hurting.
Yeah, he's not hurting. And, everyone always feels, well, wait a second, I worked so hard, I get my bonus. But this would be an interesting time for him to show a lot of humility and say, look, I hear what people say. Maybe I should have supervised. It really wasn't my fault, but there was chicanery involved, whatever he wants to say. But what he should do is say to the board, look, I know you decide my compensation. I know you think I should get half my bonus. I don't think I should get any this year. Not until I prove it. And if he did that, I think that people would really appreciate it.
All right, so JP Morgan, you're going to look at what other businesses they have other than mortgage. Now, for Goldman Sachs, they're certainly not much of a mortgage player.
No, not at all.
So where are we going to look for their good stuff?
I think you're buying Goldman Sachs for the same reason that the street bought the deal. I think that M&A is going to heat up very, very big. I know that fixed income's not that good. I think that there could be a lot of equities, could be IPOs this year, but I think that European, worldwide markets are, the more the emerging markets do better, the more Europe stabilizes, the more Goldman does well. I still think that people don't like it. It doesn't really sell at a premium to the way it used to versus Wells. The thing that hurt Wells was that it was valued high versus everybody else. Goldman's not valued high, as if the franchise isn't anything special. Now, perhaps you could say, Jim, you worked there in the 80s, you're tainted by it. I don't regard it as a taint. I'm proud of my time at Goldman, and I think Goldman could be a big separating from the pack story this year, because I think Goldman's going to come up with new business lines, and their compensation is down. And that Lloyd Blankfein wants to leave a very positive legacy, and I think he has the ability to do it.
All right, so we know you're in Wells Fargo, so if you had to choose between JP Morgan or Goldman, it sounds like you're leaning towards Goldman.
We like Goldman. We've got a position in it. I wish we were bigger.
Okay, so Jim's liking Goldman, wishes his position was bigger.